station where
it's controlled chaos. Stomping the IE and the world on 1050 AM KCAA. NBC News Talk Radio.
I'm back from The Walking Dead. Holy moly. It is Controlled Chaos, KCAA, 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. Also, iHeartRadio, KCAAradio.com. I'm Gary Garver. How are you? Yes. Man, I don't know what's going on this year. I normally don't get sick at all. It's been a few years since I've really been sick, but lo and behold, this year, man, in January, I got hit with like flu bug or something like that knocked me around. It was more of a cold that knocked me around for a couple of weeks, but this past week, man, I don't know what hit me. A week ago Saturday, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I felt all achy and just crazily sick. Like I felt like I was it was weird. I was gonna die or something. I'm not joking about this. My stomach was feeling really, really, really bad. I had like a stomach virus, and then I don't know what hit me. It hit me bad. And my stomach, I was okay. My head was okay. I was feeling fine. My head was fine, but my stomach was really, really upset. And I had some weird food poisoning or something like that. And I was like a stomach virus for 3 or 4 days. And then all of a sudden on Wednesday, it moved up to my face. And the infection or whatever it was, the poison moved from my stomach to my face. And literally this past 4 or 5 days, I've been out, man. I have been really, really sick. In fact, Thursday and Friday were best of shows or worst of shows, depending on how you feel about the show. But I'm still not feeling 100%, but I said, I got to go in and do some rapping. My stomach's still upset. It's been a week, and my head is still stuffy. In fact, I haven't even had a drink in 4 days, though it was St. Patty's Day yesterday. Hopefully you made it through safe. But I actually did have 3 beers yesterday, or actually 2 3/4 beers. I couldn't even choke down the third beer. I had to have a couple beers for St. Patty's Day, but yeah, this is nasty. I don't know if it's what's in the air, or I'm thinking maybe it's the weather. That the weather is so weird. It's been so cold. In fact, it was 41 days of 60 or under degrees, or 70s, excuse me, 70 degrees or under here in Southern California. And I'm telling you, man, I don't know if it's the weather or there's something weird going around, but it is taking me out. And I don't know what's happening. In fact, I've still been exercising, though, because I'm trying to sweat it out. Because I know, as a kid, I used to sweat things out. Like if I had the flu or something like that, I would sweat it out. And even, I took that into my adult life. So I try to sweat things out. In fact, yesterday, literally I haven't been going out at all. I had events to go to Friday night. My friends, the Thrill Seekers, played at the Whiskey. Couldn't go to that. Saturday, there was a St. Patty's Day party. Didn't go to that. Sunday, I was supposed to go to the Auto Club 400, which Kyle Busch won, by the way, his 200th win. And I couldn't go to that. I couldn't muster it up, man. I did not have enough energy to go down to Fontana, drive all the way from Woodland Hills to Fontana and go. It was just way, way too much for me to do. So I just stayed home, and in the morning, I went and ran 4 miles on my treadmill. Normally I run 3, but I started feeling like I was sweating the stuff out, and it was coming out of me, and I was trying to sweat this crap out of me. But it's still lingering. But I feel well enough to come in and do the shows, though I don't know if I'm going to make it through the week. I'm hoping that I start feeling better. I shouldn't have done the NyQuil last night. I took a shot of NyQuil because I wanted to sleep, and I woke up all groggy, going, "Oh man, I feel all like spaced out and stuff like that." But anyways, enough of my dilemma. I'm sure everybody else is going through their own BS, but I want to let you know why I was out for the Thursday and Friday. Was just I just couldn't. I'm just like sick as a dog, man. And hopefully this is the end of it. I don't know. Maybe I got bit. I'm getting bit a lot. I don't know if you're getting bit by mosquitoes or gnats or whatever it is, but there's some weird crap going around where I'm getting bit. Like I got bit on my arms and my legs, and maybe I'm being poisoned by life. And the other weird thing that I've noticed is, man, the butterflies. How many butterflies are out there? It is amazing. There's thousands upon thousands of butterflies flying around. I don't know what the explanation is. It may be global warming, but it is a beautiful sight to see, unless one splatters on your windshield. And then you're like, oh, man, that butterfly just splatted on my windshield, and I'm going to have a bad day now. No, you're not going to have a bad day. It is what it is. Hey, I think I got the guru of the ghetto on the phone. Jigga Jones, you there?
Yeah, man. Remember the global warming? They said that it wasn't going to be no more butterflies. It was all going to be dead by 2012. That's what your boy Al Gore said.
You know, first of all, he's not my boy. Second of all, I went to my mechanic because I had to get my brakes fixed on Friday, and we were talking about all the butterflies out there. And he said that they came in from usually they're in Baja California. All these butterflies are in Baja California, and they migrate north. But this year, because of global warming, okay, they're here in Southern California, and then I guess they go up north. They only live like 3 weeks. I thought a butterfly only lived a day, but I read something where these specific butterflies that are all over Southern California. You'd be amazed, Jigga, how many butterflies are out there. It is, I mean, thousands upon thousands. I guess they all migrate north. You got nothing else to say about that, huh?
Yeah, they said there's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there is. There's thousands of them, which is really cool. I love them. Let's say, like I said, you're driving and then one of them splats on your windshield and you're like, oh, my God, I can't believe I killed a butterfly. But, you know, you're driving. What are you going to do? Hey, listen, it is March Madness. I am looking so forward to the next 2 or 3 weeks. This is one of my favorite times of the year, March Madness. Oh, by the way, how was your St. Patty's Day?
It was good, man. You know, we did a little drinking. People dressed up as leprechauns, and we got out of there before everybody got drunk.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I was just saying that I've been so.
Needless to say, we were home by lunch.
Oh, you're home by lunch. You got out there early, huh? You started your St. Patty's Day early. Yeah, I was just saying on the air that I hadn't done a couple shows live. I've been sick for like the last. Well, I was sick last week when we were doing shows, but it really hit me. It went from my stomach to my head. It really moved. This virus or whatever it is, this poison moved from my stomach. It was a stomach virus, moved into my head, man, and basically took me out for the last 4 or 5 days. I haven't even drank anything. Well, I did drink a couple beers yesterday because I had to drink a couple beers for St. Patty's Day.
Well, you got to do it St. Patrick's Day. You said you drank 3 beers. I was like, that's good. You should be doing something.
Yeah, well, I barely choked them down. Trust me. I actually got some. I had to get some sunshine. I had to get some. It was such a beautiful day in Southern California yesterday that I went out and hit some golf balls, and I took 1 beer with me. And while I was hitting balls, I drank a beer. And then I came home and had one, and then I was trying to have one for dinner, and I just was like, I had like a half of one and then threw it away. But I don't know, man. This is crazy. Are people sick over at your place? Have you gotten sick, or are you all right? I think
no, we're good over here. But, you know, we've been hearing about typhus episodes breaking out in downtown L.A. You heard about they had an instance of bubonic plague in San Diego. I'm like, bubonic plague?
Well, I don't know if I had that.
Bringing up in here.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, dude. There is some weird stuff and viruses going around here, at least in Southern California. There is some weird crap going around because I never get sick, and I am a workout fiend. I am a health nut. In fact, yesterday, you know, I didn't go to the Auto Club Speedway 400 yesterday because I haven't done anything. I had a whole weekend plan of going to the Whiskey in Hollywood on Friday and a St. Patrick's Day party on Saturday, and then the Auto Club Speedway on Sunday. I didn't do anything. I just couldn't move. I just didn't feel like going anywhere or driving, but I did run 4 miles yesterday on my treadmill. But still, man, I still feel like crap. It's crazy, man. I mean, I think there's some weird vibe. Maybe they're poisoning us here in Southern. Maybe Donald Trump. I'm saying, and I'm not. This is no conspiracy or fake news. I think Donald Trump is poisoning California.
I think Gavin Newsom's poisoning California.
Well, we'll talk about the moratorium he put up on death row a little later in the show. But I really do think that maybe Donald Trump's saying, you know what, I hate California. I'm going to poison those sons of bitches. I'm going to poison everybody out here. I'm going to get a virus. I'm going to put drop some a virus strain down on SoCal and LA, and make everybody sick and die or something. I don't know, man. Seriously. And we'll talk about Donald Trump and all his weird tweets from John McCain. He's still bashing on John McCain. John McCain died last year of brain cancer, and he's still tweeting about him. I think it's disgusting. He's also tweeting about Saturday Night Live, saying that he's going to launch an investigation to it. He should have lost an investigation into Saturday Night Live on how bad it is, not anything else. I mean, seriously. And then, all right, listen, we're gonna take a break. It is March Madness. We'll talk about basketball. We'll talk about Trump. We'll talk about we got to talk about those massacres in New Zealand, which crazy as usual. More racism going on in America. Well, not America, but worldwide. All right, Chicka Jones live in Las Vegas. Gary Garver, yes, I'm back. I'm back from The Walking Dead here doing the show live in Encino on the Controlled Chaos Radio Show, KCAA. I don't know, whatever. That's where we're at. We'll be back after this.
NBC Talk Radio, 1050 AM.
I'm Jim O'Hare. I'm here to help raise awareness for CADASIL, a genetic disorder that affects 1 in 25,000 people. CADASIL can cause strokes in young adults, leading to memory loss and dementia. Patients may experience migraines with aura and mood disorders as early as 20 years old. Presently, CADASIL is being underdiagnosed and often misdiagnosed as MS or some other neurological disorder. So please visit curecadasil.org and learn more about this devastating disease and learn what you can do to help find a cure.
Hi, this is Kimberly Meredith. As a spiritual healer, I'm often asked, Kimberly, can I be healed? The answer is, with God, anything is possible. And yes, you can be healed through the power of God. Your friends and family can be healed. Even animals can be healed. Please visit thehealingtrilogy.com to learn more about my process and my services. My office is located in Sherman Oaks. I offer intuitive medical scans and psychic surgery for you and your loved ones. At the Healing Trilogy, we treat adults, children, and animals. We offer medical scans, mediumship counseling, cold laser acupuncture, cold laser therapy, holistic health, nutritional plans, and many other services. We also have meditation CDs, and I Skype around the world on Fridays. Sign up for my newsletter, and you'll receive a free CD. You'll also be informed about my upcoming healing events. Log on to thehealingtrilogy.com. Bless you.
Robert Manny's The Guy's Guide to Love is a fast-paced tale of flawed men and savvy women competing for love, sex, power, and money in the city where they play for keeps. It's the men's successor to Sex and the City. The Guy's Guide to Love is a sexy romp through the fast-moving, high-stakes world of Madison Avenue. Available now on Amazon and wherever books are sold.
Hey, this is Gary Garver. I've been having trouble getting a good night's sleep lately. Maybe you have too. Well, if you have been, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab provides a personal study to help you find out how to get a great night of sleep. I've been having sleeping issues during the night lately for a number of reasons. South Pacific Sleep Lab evaluated me with an overnight study of my sleep pattern. With their professional staff, they were able to provide me with a diagnosis of my sleep pattern, and ever since, I haven't had much of a problem getting a great night of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab has locations throughout Southern California, including one in Fontana, and they will provide transportation to any of their locations at no cost to you. South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just give them a call at 844-SAD-5050 to schedule your appointment today. That's 844-SAD-5050.
No disrespect, but I can't watch no black movies with getting dogged out, 12 Years a Slave, Roots, Underground. I can't watch none of that shit. Sick of this shit. How the they gonna put Roots on Memorial Day? They gonna just keep beating that in our heads of how they did us, huh? I mean, I don't understand America. They just want to just keep showing the abuse that we took hundreds and hundreds of years ago. But guess what? We taking the same abuse. Think about that part. When y'all gonna make a series about the success that black folks is having? The only success we have is Roots and 12 Years a Slave and like that, huh? I ain't watching that. I advise you that's real like myself, them television shows. Let's create our own based on the day, how we live and how we inspire people today. Black is what's real. That old right, Jules?
Gary Garver, Jew of the... never mind.
I'm with you, Snoop. F them all, man. F them. F these privileged mother effers, man. Serious. So many privileged a-holes out there. Crazy. All right, it is Control Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver. There's something to be privileged, okay? There's a lot of privileged people. In fact, I grew up in a great environment. My dad was a criminal attorney, and I got to go to a lot of cool things and do a lot of cool things. And as a, teenager and younger than that, my dad owned race horses and had season tickets to the Dodgers and this and that. But I never felt privileged. In fact, I shared with all my friends, you know what I mean? And my dad didn't kiss my ass, my dad and my mom. I had to work. I mean, when I was 9, 10 years old, I was mowing lawns up and down my neighborhood, and then I collected all sorts. I mean, what do you call shopping carts? I had to go down to Albertsons on Ventura and Lindley. I collected shopping carts during the summer because they used to give you coupons. And then after you get a book full of $2, and my mom would exchange it, for the $2. I'd make $2 on this stuff. So there's something about being privileged and having a good life. But you know what? These kids, and I'm talking about this college admission stuff, Jigga, Guru the Ghetto.
Yeah.
These kids are good. This kid, in fact, I'll play it on the show later in the week. Olivia Jade, I guess her name is. This college scandal where all these parents were paying for their kids to go into college where they didn't qualify to go to college. Okay, like up to $500,000 and a couple actresses, Lori Loughlin. You would have never even heard of Lori Loughlin. I guess she was on Full House, right? Did you ever watch that show?
No.
Yeah, I didn't either. That was with John Stamos. And then Felicity Huffman, who's married to William H. Macy. And why isn't he actually indicted? She got indicted, but he didn't, though he's on the tape.
Well, I don't think.
Go ahead.
Well, he plays a dirtbag on TV, so I guess nobody's got any expectations of him. On Shameless, he's a dirtbag.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, there's one thing about growing up with privilege and having a good life as a youngster or teenager or whatever. But there's another thing to this chick, Olivia Jade, and I'll play it later in the week. She's got a YouTube channel where there's 2 million dumbasses following her. 2 million. Okay, and she posts YouTube videos, and there's a video of her and her mom talking about, and her mom, Lori Loughlin's talking about how expensive it is to get this woman in college, this girl in college who doesn't even go to class, who jokes about not going to class. She's at USC. By the way, she is leaving USC.
Well, of course.
Because
she's been outed as a fraud. She ain't gonna stay there.
Yeah, but there's some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the smart thing to leave.
I mean, seriously. This is what's wrong with our society. The Kardashians, the Lori Loughlin's of the world, the Felicity Huffmans of the world, and all these privileged kids and parents that can buy their way into anything. These kids grow up. This is what's going on in our society. Throughout the world. We've got to talk about this mass murder in New Zealand. This guy. I'm telling you, Jigga, what the hell's going on in our society? Worldwide.
Well, I will tell you this. This just goes to prove that gun control would never. The people that are.
You're cutting out.
Looking to break the law.
What was that? You were cutting out.
This just shows that gun control is not going to work. They got the strictest gun control over there. And the thing is, it's already illegal to kill people. They already got a law against that. This doesn't stop this dude. This is what happens when you get wackos can go unopposed. If they had one armed security guard in either one of those mosques, they could have stopped this. But
I agree with that.
We're going to sit here and we're going to pray and we'll be fine. Yeah, well, you prayed and you guys pull it.
Well, New Zealand's government.
You can't stop a-holes from doing stuff.
Well, of course.
A-holes are going to kill people no matter what.
Exactly. Well, New Zealand's government has agreed to reform the country's gun laws in the wake of Friday's massacre, in which 50 people were killed, the Prime Minister has confirmed. So they are actually going to reform their gun laws. I don't know what their gun laws are, but they are going to reform them.
Already what the guy had was illegal. I mean, so they already said that any law they would have passed still wouldn't have done anything because all the stuff he had was completely illegal by their laws.
Yeah, well, I mean, he bought
the law. What does that do? Why don't you just make it illegal to shoot people? Oh, they already did that. That didn't work.
Well, you know, the guns that he purchased were legal. And he had, I don't know if you saw the face, and by the way, this guy posted it on Facebook Live while he was murdering these poor people who are just going to pray on a Friday.
I did watch the live stream, and I'm very glad that I did watch it. I learned a lot of stuff from looking at it.
Like what?
You know,
you watch the live? What do you mean you watch the live video stream? You mean you watch it as it was unfolding, or afterwards?
No, there's copies of it all over the internet.
Oh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see people. You're watching people getting killed. You're watching people getting killed. Yeah, I don't need to see that.
But the sad thing about it, you know, when you look at it, that's when you see, man, if anybody had a gun, security guards could have stopped this. Yeah. And they say there were all these children. There were no children at all. I'm sorry, there weren't any.
Well, there's a full-on. There's a 4-year-old. There's a 4-year-old still in critical condition. She's in the hospital.
Yeah,
well, I'm just saying there were kids. There were kids. Oh, maybe not in the video. I mean, maybe not in the video that you saw, but there were killed.
The video went from start to finish, from when he walked in there to when he came out, reloaded, and drove away. There weren't no kids, unless it was kids that got hit through the wall somewhere.
Well, we'll find out.
These were all full-on adults. So you look at people running around.
Who cares if they're adults? If they're 400 to 400 years old, it doesn't matter. I mean, the guy was going out there murdering men and women and children. I mean, they're innocent people praying. You know, I mean.
There's always the part of the news that they don't tell the truth because they wanted to get your heart straight. Oh, there's kids involved. I didn't see no kids. I saw the whole video.
Well, I mean, I just read a story. I just read a story this morning. I mean, you know, off the air.
Just because they wrote a story don't mean it's true. We already know about that with CNN.
Okay, well, it wasn't on CNN. It was on MSN.com. Okay, but the bottom line is, all right, well,
MSLSD.
I don't want to argue about if there's kids there or not. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? There's some maniac killing people. He's been planning this for years. Okay, this idiot. Yeah. Why? And by the way, just kill him. We know this guy's on video. He's doing it. Why do we have to go through the charade of a trial and spend thousands? And I'm just talking about New Zealand, you know, or here in America.
Right. It don't make no sense.
Just kill the guy, you know. And by the way, we're talking about, you know, Gavin Newsom for a second before the break, and he put a moratorium on death row inmates. Now, there's 737.
You don't think a guy that killed 49 people would deserve to get the death penalty? I do.
Well, of course, but they should just say, hey, man, you're on video, you're guilty, let's hang him, you know, in Times Square. I mean, seriously, I mean, this is ridiculous that we got to go through the charade, and that's fake news. Going to court and having this guy enter a not guilty plea and all this other crap, that's fake news. Just string this guy up, cut his whatever off, behead him like they do in Game of Thrones. By the way, I finished Game of Thrones finally. I can't wait I finished all 7 seasons, so I'm waiting for in April. But I mean, just behead the dude. You know what I mean? Let a Muslim cut his throat. You know what I mean, or whatever. Seriously, this is ridiculous, man. That we got to go through the charade. And by the way, the 737 inmates, maybe one might be not guilty, so we got a moratorium on them. We need to get rid of these death row inmates. No, I'm not. I'm for the death penalty. I'm sorry. I'm sick of people killing people, okay, and living off us, the taxpayers, okay? And Gavin Newsom's an idiot. He took all the death penalty stuff out, you know, and now there's nothing there to kill these people. They need to be dead. They've killed people, man. They went out and killed human beings, innocent human beings. And now they're going to live. One guy's living there for 40 years. He's been there. He's like, oh, it's about time somebody stood up and got rid of the death penalty. No, man, you need to kill these people. And we can spend that money on building, you know, not walls, not building a wall, but building like roads, helping out the homeless, helping out veterans, helping out the disabled. This is ridiculous. That taxpayer dollars. These guys are living. The guy's got a TV. He's working out. He's doing this. He's reading. He's writing. You know, this death row inmate that killed some poor girl who was 13 years old because she went to go get some dog food for her dog, and the guy raped and killed her. It's ridiculous, man. I'm sick of it. I'm just so sick of it.
That's bad. I mean, I tell you, but if you never believe in evil, if you see the way this dude is shooting people in this video, it lets you know that there is not an ounce of compassion in this. People pleading, oh please, 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 you know, wow, you know, not even a hesitation, and that just lets you know. And because they have those laws, he had to go out to his car and reload several times, you know.
Yeah.
And you look at this going, what is going on here? If anybody. You know, the one lady that ran out the door, if she had locked the door, you know, she could have saved a couple lives.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
I mean, you look at the video and it's like, man, and you know, the thing about this is, man, there's evil in this world, and for people who think that you can walk around here unarmed and let all the evil people have guns and shoot up people, you're delusional. I mean, this lets you know this is one guy in the middle of New Zealand. How many of those guys do we have in the United States?
Oh, plenty.
How many of those dudes are, you know, yeah.
Plenty.
You
We
know,
have plenty of people like that.
Scary.
Oh, it is scary. It is scary, and there's not a damn thing we can do about it.
My pistol this last weekend just because of that.
Well, listen.
I went everywhere. I was safe everywhere I went.
You know, we can debate this from here till doomsday. You know, we're never going to get it right. Whether you want it for gun control or not for gun control, I'll say it again and again. There's no need in our society for automatic weapons or semi-automatic weapons. You want to have a rifle, you want to have a pistol, you want to have a gun, that's fine with me. But there's no reason to have semi-automatic weapons. They should just ban them. They should just, like, you know, get rid of them all. There's no reason for it. You don't hunt with them. They're killing machines. They were made for the military to kill people, and now they're killing innocent souls who are out there praying or going to school or whatever. And it's just so disgusting. And I'm so sick of this white nationalism and all this white crapola. Get over it. Okay, get over it, because you're a loser. These are losers, okay? I mean, these are absolute losers in society. I mean, the guy's been planning for years. He writes an 87-page manifesto over this. This is how much time this guy – I mean, you got that much time in your life? You mean you're that big of a loser that you planned this for years and years? Your hatred is just boiling over, and you write like an 87-page manifesto, and I don't know, man. There's something wrong with it. The evil does lurk. I mean, there's evil in our society. People who don't believe in good and bad or evil are stupid too. You know what I mean? They should be following Olivia. Maybe those are Olivia Jade followers, the 2 million of them out there. I don't know. It is crazy. And you and I have gone through this debate about, you know, gun control. You're probably right. There's nothing we can do about it. But, you know, on my side of the fence, I don't believe anybody should own a semi-automatic or automatic weapon. What's the need for it? I just want to ask you one question, because I know you're a big Second Rights Amendment guy, and we fought over this over and over again. Why do people need to own automatic weapons, Jigga? Why does a normal person like you need to own an automatic or semi-automatic weapon?
The Second Amendment was not about need. So when you want to ask if anybody needs anybody, why do you need a pickup truck? Do you use a pickup truck for pickup truck duties all the time? No.
What? No, you know, no, don't give me that. Don't give me that.
You can carry your golf clubs in a Prius.
What's the point? What's the point of having? What's the point of? Hold on. What's the point of having a semi-automatic weapon? What's the point of it? I'm just curious. What's the point of it? What's the point of having a semi-automatic weapon? Why would you want to own one? Why would you want to own one? You have a pistol, you have a rifle, you have a .22.
Ask the Koreans during the riots if they needed those semi-automatic weapons.
What?
They did.
The Koreans?
The Koreans during the riots in '92. Remember, they're standing up on top of the building defending their property against the people trying to shoot them up.
Oh, you're talking about the riots? You talking about the Rodney King riots? Is that what you're talking about?
That's right.
Hey, dude, let me tell you something about that.
When you have a civil breakdown, those weapons are going to be needed.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Give me a break.
And the way that things are going right now, especially in California of all places.
Oh yeah.
There may be time to have that kind of weapon.
I'll tell you one thing. That's funny that you brought that up, because the radio station KLSX used to be in Koreatown. Okay, so I used to drive to Koreatown every, morning, 2 o'clock in the morning to produce the Howard Stern Show. And our station had to be evacuated because the riots were coming right down. We were on Wilshire and Normandy. That's where the station was located. And if you know what the LA riots and what happened back in 1992, that's exactly where it all hell broke loose. So about 3 days after the riots, they opened up the station again. And I used to do the overnights. I was a rock DJ, and I used to do the overnights on Friday and Saturday night. And lo and behold, man, that first night, man, Friday night, I drove down there, and it looked like a war zone, and people were up on the roofs. These Koreans were up on the roofs just scoping things out at midnight. It was really crazy. So, thank God they didn't shoot at me, okay, with a semi-automatic weapon. But I still don't believe there's any reason for it. They could have gunned me down with a .22 just as easy. All right, it is Controlled Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver here with the guru of the ghetto, Jigga Jones. And we got more to talk about, Jigga. We'll talk about Trump railing on Saturday Night Live and wants to do a federal investigation on him. And Trump, stop dropping all this poisonous stuff on L.A., man. It's making me really sick. Please. All right, we'll be back after this.
NBC Talk Radio, 1050 AM, KCAA.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Most people would love to be in the stock market, but they're scared not being in, they're scared about not getting out in time. Well, that is over, because now you can join Phil's Gang and my stock video program and follow me with specific stock on the video, and you will be out in time.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Hey, this is Gary Garver. I've been having trouble getting a good night's sleep lately. Maybe you have too. Well, if you have been, South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out. South Pacific Sleep Lab provides a personal study to help you find out how to get a great night of sleep. I've been having sleeping issues during the night lately for a number of reasons. South Pacific Sleep Lab evaluated me with an overnight study of my sleep pattern. With their professional staff, they were able to provide me with a diagnosis of my sleep pattern, and ever since, I haven't had much of a problem getting a great night of sleep. South Pacific Sleep Lab has locations throughout Southern California, including one in Fontana, and they will provide transportation to any of their locations at no cost to you. South Pacific Sleep Lab can help you out 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just give them a call at 844-SAD-5050 to schedule your appointment today. That's 844-SAD-5050.
So this is Robin Leach about to turn the tables now on Gary.
All right.
So, one of the biggest firings in television history and the radio station business was you getting the end of a chopping from Howard Stern. Exactly why were you fired?
I was on the red carpet one day, and I got into a hassle with security and a publicist, and it got ugly, and they called Sirius Satellite Radio, called Scott Greenstein, who's the president, and said that they never have any more of their clients on Sirius Radio. So Howard had to let me go.
Did you feel badly that Howard didn't come to your rescue and when you were exercising free speech?
Absolutely. I mean, Howard writes these questions. I've been out over 400 events. I probably got thrown out about at least 100 events. And, yeah, I mean, I feel bad. It hurt.
So you have a real vendetta against Howard Stern?
I don't have a vendetta against Howard.
See, he doesn't like it when the tables are turned.
I said I don't have a vendetta.
So if Howard was here now, you'd probably knee him right in the groin or ask him if he needed a blowguard.
I would say you're the greatest broadcaster of all time, and I love you. That's what I would say, Robin. Come on.
The man that Howard Stern fired and said he would never work in radio again. That's right. It's the second coming of Gary Garver.
All right. And by the way, later on in the week, I'm going to play my last phone call with Stern. You know, Jigga, his new book's coming out. Howard Stern, something, I forget, Coming Again or something. Here He Comes Again or whatever. It's coming out in May, but it's on Amazon.com right now. It's the #1 bestseller. And I was just wondering if he talks about any of the people that he fired or let go, like Artie Lang or Jackie, the Joke Man Martling. There's some Bob Levy. There's so many of us. Stuttering John.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
And Howard Stern came up in a conversation.
Go ahead.
You know how he's trying to be Mr. Family with that what is that, Got Talent and all that stuff? How come some that hasn't brought up some from him from 20 years ago, some of the offensive stuff he said and made a big deal?
Oh, I know. I know.
Where's that at?
No, I dig it, man. I mean, there's
outrage culture, you know.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, you know, he did so many foul things on the air, and I was a part of it for 17 years, and it was just one shocking thing after another. But now in the last like 5 or 6 years, he's totally sold out and become, you know, Mr. Hamptons. And in fact, I got a bunch of comments on Facebook because I posted something about his book coming out. And I said, I was wondering if he brings up any of us who were his loyal warriors that did his footwork out here and got hammered. Like when I went out and did these celebrity interviews here in Hollywood and just got my butt handed to me over and over again, thrown out, attacked by not only celebrities or publicists, but security and things like that. I wonder if he talks about any of us in the new book. What do you think? I say he does not.
I bet he does not. He doesn't want to give nobody nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't.
That's one thing I've always noticed about him. He never gives nobody credit for nothing.
No, he does not. He does not. Though, he did say some nice things about me doing the interviews, and when I was doing the interviews, and said I had balls of steel and blah blah blah. I did a great job. But then in
building up the segment for his show, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Has he ever come out and said, hey, you know what? A lot of people tune in to hear the people that are attached to the show versus just me. You know, and I appreciate all their efforts and energy and creativity. No, he doesn't do that.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see, like I said, if he talks about Artie and his heroin, addiction, or Jackie leaving the show over $50,000, or John leaving because he got the gig at the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And there's so many other people that got fired from the show, me being fired because basically I sort of sabotaged my own self when he took my idea for A Day in the Life, which was a TV show that I was trying to produce about 13 years ago, and they took the idea and didn't pay me 1 penny after I went into negotiations with Howard TV for about literally I spent about 7 months of my life on this thing and got absolutely nothing out of it, and it sort of left a sour taste in my mouth, where I sort of sabotaged my own career with the Stern Show, which was fine by me. I got sick of doing those stupid interviews anyways, and they paid me absolutely nothing. I worked for Sirius Radio for 1 year, and I made literally $7,000. I mean, they were just cheap. And that's when Howard had signed his 5-year, $500 million contract. You know, I made $8,000 on the first year. He was making $100 million, and I made $8,000.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, he really took care of me. He took care of me when he left terrestrial radio and moved on to Sirius. So, lo and behold, I'm just wondering, and a lot of people are asking me, why'd you get what happened between you and Howard and this and that? I got some comments. So, what I'm going to do is maybe on Thursday or Friday show, I'm going to play my last call I did with the Stern Show and make comments on it and tell you exactly why I left the show and why he fired me. Believe me, I did get into hassles with the security, but I could have avoided the whole thing if I wanted to, and I avoided it 98% of the time. But I just decided at one point I was like, screw this guy. You know, I'm not getting paid anything. I'm sick of doing these interviews, and I want it to be done. I just didn't know how to say goodbye. I'm not one of these people that can say goodbye. Normally I have to get fired. But I caused the firing. I fully admit it. Hey, listen, Trump, what's up with Donald Trump? I mean, seriously, you know, doesn't he have anything better to do than put out tweets over the weekend about John McCain? Why is he still attacking John McCain, Guru of the Ghetto? Why?
Well, you know that the thing that came out, the Steele dossier, just discovered that John McCain was the one that circulated the Steele dossier that had the fake news that he was in PP-gate with Russia. That's why. Well, listen, I mean, he didn't he have a duty? Didn't he have a duty? Didn't John McCain have a duty? Well, he probably did a few times, but didn't he have a duty to the American public to
have this released or handed over to the government?
The problem with that logic is that he knew it was fake when he released it.
How do we know it's fake?
The whole thing is about.
How do we know it's fake? Just because Donald Trump says it's fake?
Paid for it.
Who paid for it?
God, you're behind. Okay, so
the guy got the Clinton campaign, blah blah blah. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah,
okay.
They already knew this
I'm not
was
behind.
fake, and of course John McCain didn't like Trump anyway, so he said, "Yeah, let it fly."
The guy's dead.
I don't blame him.
Again,
I don't blame him. You want to be vindictive? I get it. You know,
again,
you can't be vindictive and be a hero at the same time.
Again, right? Go ahead.
Again, this also proves that Donald Trump was right about John McCain again.
Oh, please.
So people don't want
I
to hear it.
I wish Donald Trump would have been. I wish Donald Trump would have been a POW and locked up for 4 or 5 years in Vietnam and be tortured. I wish Donald Trump. What do you think Donald Trump would have lasted 30 seconds in a POW camp? Honestly, Jigga, do you think Donald Trump would have lasted 30 seconds being a POW in Vietnam back in the 60s and early 70s?
I don't think so at all.
He would have been crying for his daddy to pay him. This guy's a big effing baby. I am so sick of Donald Trump. You don't attack John McCain. The guy is dead. Okay.
But what does that have to do with John McCain releasing a vindictively, knowingly false report on somebody?
Because it's his duty he's a duty as a government official.
No, he knew it was fake when he released it.
He did not know.
Yes,
please.
he did. The Steele document proves that.
Oh,
That's
please.
why this thing is a big deal. This was a big bombshell when it dropped on Thursday.
Oh, please.
This is a big deal.
Oh.
They found out that he knew it, that people paid for it, and he knew it was going to assassinate his character, and he was like, yeah, let it fly. That's the quote, let it fly.
I just wish.
It's okay.
Let me just tell you something. Okay, let me just tell you something. Go ahead.
The guy was wrong in doing it.
Let's put it this way. Okay, there is a videotape of Donald Trump having sex with prostitutes, and that's why he's kissing Putin's ass. I'll say it straight out. This dossier is not fake. That there is truth to part of it, maybe not all of it, but to most of it. And Donald Trump, there's a videotape of Donald Trump that the Russians videotaped him with a bunch of whores, and that's why he's kissing Russia's ass. Okay, that's the bottom line. That's the truth. That's not fake news. That is the truth. Okay, don't attack. I'm sick of Michael Jackson being attacked.
This video?
But the Russians are holding it. Okay, because of course it's black. You ever heard of blackmail? Okay, you ever heard of blackmail? Okay,
I've seen a lot of blackmails.
Okay, and females too, I'm sure. I've seen a bunch of them too. All right, the bottom line is this.
I saw the one in Venice.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Listen.
They got a big video in Venice where this woman gets knocked out.
Oh really?
And she attacks this guy from behind. It's all over the internet. It went viral. I guess yesterday. It happened yesterday on St. Patrick's Day.
Another great thing I want to see somebody get knocked out. I love that. Yeah. Why don't they just eat some more Tide Pods? Let's let them go viral again. Okay. Or people just go walking and dancing in front of their moving cars or whatever. Or do a bird box and blindfold yourself and jump off a cliff. Go ahead. I can't. Yeah. Let's all watch that stuff.
Venice Beach yesterday.
Oh God.
It's a big deal. It's all over the internet.
Really?
And you see this woman.
No, you're cutting out
back
again.
In the head. Oh Lord!
I know.
They must be censoring it. They don't want you to talk about it.
I guess they're censoring you today. They're censoring you today, Jig. I guess it's the Democrats are censoring you today. All right.
It could be.
Anyways, we'll talk about it tomorrow on tomorrow's show. I'll have to look it up. I haven't seen the knockout video of the woman on Venice Beach, but again, I go bike riding down there all the time, so no reason to knock anybody out.
Don't get no fights down there because they going for broke.
Oh, I know. Well, listen, the homeless are probably having a great. I was sitting at home like sick. I'm sure the homeless had a great St. Patrick's Day yesterday. You know, sitting around the beach. It was a beautiful day and hanging out, and then they get to see a fight. You know, some women get knocked out. The other tweet he did was about Saturday Night Live, saying that he might launch a federal investigation on Saturday Night Live. Which is so funny, man. I mean, the guy, he first tweeted on Sunday morning. I guess he watched Saturday Night Live this weekend, which was a repeat episode. And Trump basically said that he wanted to do a federal investigation on Saturday Night Live. Really? Why? He goes, this is what he tweeted. Nothing funny about tired Saturday Night Live on fake news NBC. Okay, I'll agree with you on that. Question is, how do the networks get away with these total Republican hit jobs without retribution? Likewise for many other shows, very unfair and should be looked into. This is the real collusion. But then about 4 or 5 minutes later, he tweeted in all caps, "The rigged and corrupt media is the enemy of the people." Are we the enemy of the people, Jigga? We're a part of the media.
Yeah, if you don't tell the truth, yeah.
Okay, so we're the enemy of the people.
We tell the truth though. I mean, when you're knowingly spreading news, not to, like the Covington kids, all the people that jumped on that all those people, they deserve to get sued. CNN's getting sued, Washington Post getting sued, HuffPost getting sued. They should. When you do something and you jade the media, make people, these kids were racist, and they weren't. These people attacked that Indian, and they didn't.
Yeah.
There should be
I think the media does that. Well, I do think the media jumps on these news stories a little too quick, and instead of looking into it and checking things out and making sure and crossing their T's and dotting their I's, I think they jump into some stuff, and then they have to take it back. And like you said, CNN is being sued by these kids or whatever, these Covington kids. I think there is, I think you got a point there, but the point is, we're not the enemy of the people. We're the people that tell it like it is. Okay, at least you and I are. I don't know about the rest of you.
We are, but there's other people that have an agenda, and anything that fits their agenda, that's the way they're going to report it.
Yeah, I'm so tired of Trump, man.
That's the craziness.
I'm just tired. I wake up in the, I didn't even watch. I never watch the news on the weekends anymore. But I got to go through the news stories because that's part of this radio show called Controlled Chaos, and I just see these tweets about Trump and this and that, and just like the stupidity of still bashing on John McCain and Saturday Night Live, and I'm just like, dude, don't you have anything better to do on the weekend? Why don't you go play golf or something? Go have it. This guy needs a drink. He doesn't drink. That's what's wrong with Trump.
What's wrong with it.
That's what's wrong with him. He doesn't drink, so he needs to go get loaded, or drop some acid or do some shrooms or something. Start space out a little bit, because this guy is so wound up and uptight. And you know what? I have to say, man, the division of our country is going to be 10 times worse or 100 times worse if the Mueller investigation shows no collusion. Can you just imagine, Jigga, Guru of the Ghetto, if the Mueller investigation shows no collusion between Russia and Trump? Oh, my God. It is going to be – I swear to God, there's going to be a civil war out there. I really do believe that. There's got to be – maybe that's why Mueller's not releasing the transcript yet, because he knows there's no collusion.
Of course.
He's going to be the cause of a civil war.
Collusion the whole time. Been saying that for
well, we don't know yet.
It doesn't make sense.
Well, we don't know yet. We still don't know. The jury's still out on this whole thing, and I just wish. I thought he was going to release this thing. The Mueller investigation was going to release this transcript about a week ago, or he was going to release it after Trump got back from North Korea. Why are we still being delayed on this stuff? I don't understand it.
The old 40s gangster movies. You got nothing. You got nothing.
Hey, kid, you got nothing on me. You got nothing. It's curtains for you. There's no collusion. It's all fake news. They're making the whole damn thing up. I told you. All right, all white people. Now go attack everybody that doesn't look like you. Okay, get all the brownies out there. Get all the brownies and the Jews. Get them all. The Muslims, too. All right. You see how I didn't tweet anything about the massacre in New Zealand? See? Wink, wink. Give me a okay sign. That's right. That's right. That's right.
You see that guy was flashing white power symbols in court?
Yeah,
when he went in for his arraignment.
Yeah, I saw it.
Real white power symbols, not the ones that the media. The okay sign. No,
he did do the okay sign too. They showed that one.
The upside down okay sign.
Yeah, the upside down okay.
Not the straight up and down. It's the upside down.
No, I dig it. You're right. Exactly. No, this guy just needs to be. Hey, just shoot him. Just behead him. I say just behead him right there, right by Christ Church, right by where he shot all these people. Take him out there.
They don't even need to do all that intricate, expensive stuff. Get a 33-inch zip tie, put it around his neck, and zap it close and throw him in a box. Well, done.
Yeah, well, no, I like to see him beheaded because I'm so into Game of Thrones and everybody's being beheaded in Game of Thrones. I want to see a real life beheading. You know what I mean? That I'll watch. That's something I'll follow.
Go to the Middle East. They're doing it all the time. You say you're a Christian, they cut your head off.
Well, I hear
That's
that.
what you got to do.
Well, no, I want to see one right there. I want right by Christ Church, and then the dude that did the murders over there in Thousand Oaks. Let's see a beheading right there by the let's just start seeing beheadings. Maybe this will stop people from doing it. Let's watch it live streaming. We'll Facebook Live this the beheading. Okay, let's do that. Why don't we do that? One last story before we go about Trump. And then I won't talk about Trump the rest of the week. I promise you. Joe Biden, I guess, is going to run for president of the United States, which I will vote for Joe Biden. I pick a Joe Biden.
Creepy Joe, way to go.
Creepy Joe. Well, Trump called him low IQ. He says that Joe Biden has a low IQ. So I wonder what Trump's going to name. Is he going to name him Creepy Joe? Is that going to be his nickname? Crooked Hillary, Lion Ted, Little Marco, Low Jeb or whatever. Now it's going to be Creepy Joe.
They tell you can make action figures out of all of them.
Oh my God, they should. Make a Marvel Comics thing over it. You know what I mean? It's just it's so ridiculous, man. I mean, our society is so twisted and screwed up, man. It's just. I don't know. Do you laugh at it or do you cry? I don't know, man. It is insane. But anyways, Jigga, thanks for calling in on the show. Good show. I'll talk to you tomorrow. You going to be ready to go tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll talk about a little bit more March Madness and all that, and we'll get into some other stories. I don't know, man. It's just crazy. The system's rigged, man. The system is rigged. It is what it is. All right. It is Control Chaos. I'm Gary Garver. I'll be back, God willing. If I feel okay, I'm still a little under the weather, but I'm here doing the radio show. And Jigga, if somebody wants to get your wit and wisdoms, you black racist for the white man, where do they go? You're the
go to JiggaJones.com.
You're the whitest black man I know. All right, listen. Ain't no doubt about that. All right, listen, we're gonna go. All right, Jigga. Have a great Monday, okay, brother? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get you, kid. Yeah, it's all fake. Everything we do is fake. That's right. That's right. All right, you guys have a great day.
Everywhere is freaks and Harris, tights and fairies. Tell me where the sanity